Hi everyone, welcome back. We're going to do another Leetcode today and we are going to attempt the single number problem. So in this problem, we are given a non-empty array of integers and every element appears twice except for one. So you need to find that single one and there's a condition in this problem. You must implement the solution with a linear runtime and it has to use only constant extra space. So let's look at the example. We have a nums array and one only appears once. So that is the output. And for the second example, 4 only appears once. So that is 4. That's the output. So this is the third example, just one element and there appears one, so one is the output. Okay, so basically this problem will be simple, but the thing is we have a condition here that basically says it needs a linear runtime and it only uses constant extra space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first approach this by just ignoring this statement first, and I'm just going to do a solution that just disregards that. So basically what you can do is you can iterate through the arrays and just count the number of frequencies it appears. So we can just say, okay, 2 appears twice and then 1 appears once. So then we know that this is the number that appears once. So basically you can just loop through the nums array. And then we can create a object or a hash map. We can say, okay, constant frequency equals the empty object, and then what we can do is frequency of num. We're going to check if it exists. If it exists, if it does not exist, we're gonna just fall back to the number 0 and then we can just add 1 to it. So that will give us the number of times each number appears in it. And then what we can do is we can iterate through the keys of the frequency. So let num in frequency, and then we can just return, or we can check first if num if frequency num equals 1, then we can just return the number. So this will actually work. So basically in this solution, I'm just going to run this in the test case and see if it passes, and then I'm going to submit it. And as you can see, it does accept the answer, but the thing is, this does not satisfy this condition here because we have a linear runtime because we have two loops, consecutive loops. So this is O of n runtime, and then the second one is also O of n, and that will give you an O of n, a linear runtime. And but the thing is, it does not use a constant extra space because we have this frequency object here that will grow depending on the nums array. So if you have a larger nums array, this is going to grow by that size. So we actually have an O of n space complexity instead of a constant extra space. And so we need to find a way to maybe remove this or make it smaller. So one of the ways, maybe we could say, okay, if any of this reaches 2, because we know that the element only appears twice. So only one appears once, but all the rest appears twice. So once it gets to 2, once is equal to 2, we can just say delete frequency num. Okay, so you might think maybe this will only just save the one that is appears once, but the thing is, if you have like a large array, you can have something that goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 different elements we've only encountered once. So it will actually expand that. So it doesn't really actually use only constant XOR space. It can still grow as nums array grows depending on the arrangement of the elements inside. So this does not actually this does not actually satisfy this condition. So one thing we can do is basically we know that the element again it appears twice except for one. So what we can do is we can use a little bit of a bit manipulation, and we are going to use the XOR operator. So exclusive operator basically means that 0 and 0, that's the exclusive OR operator, will actually equal 0, and then 0 and 1 equals 1, and 1 exclusive OR 0 equals 1, and 1 exclusive 1 equals 0. So the difference between exclusive OR and the OR operator is that if we have 1 or 1, this will actually equal 1. So that is not the operator we want. And the reason being we want to use the exclusive operator is we can just initialize our output as 0, and then we can just do an exclusive OR as we iterate through this. So every element that appears twice will cancel each other out, and then the one that appears only once will remain standing. So I'm just going to code that up and say let answer equal 0. So we can keep the num loop open. Instead of saving to the frequency object, we can just say answer and then exclusive OR equals num, and then we can remove the second loop and then say return answer. So we can just remove this object because we're not using it anymore. And that is a solution that we can use. So if we run this again, this will actually have a pass test case, and then we can submit it. And we actually have an accepted solution here. So basically this is what we can do for this problem. And this one actually satisfies this condition here. So we have a linear runtime complexity. This is just one for loop, and it only uses constant XOR space. So yeah, this is the solution that you have to go for. So we've come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also don't forget to press the bell for your notifications. If you have any questions about this problem, drop a comment down below, and we're going to do more of these Leetcodes in the future, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you in the next video.